Mo Salah, I'm not saying he's a direct replacement. We'll go Salah first. 9 games in the Premier League, no goal. It's his biggest drought ever at Liverpool. Non-existent in the first half. I'll be honest, I saw him smiling when he came off. I saw him laughing and joking on the bench.
Like a right smile.
Which I don't like.
Neither did I.
Why has he not scored in 9 games? And obviously in the Cup he scores at the weekend. We were hoping that would carry on. But he was totally non-existent. And the left-back yesterday, Nico Williams, had him. I mean, he's a Premier League winner with Mo Salah at Liverpool. Had him on toast.
Is Nico Williams a better footballer than Mo Salah? No. Well, what has Nico Williams got over Salah that's going to make him struggle?
Well, he knows how Salah plays.
He does. He definitely knows that. But also, what has he got over him?
Age.
You can see it, brother. It's that
Probably
first
10
3
years.
steps, yeah. The first 3 steps now of Mo's game when it comes to taking a man on and trying to do them 1v1s. He just doesn't quite have it. We've seen a little bit of it against Brighton.
It did work, and we rightfully so praised him so much for after that game.
But he can't be consistent with it anymore. The man has played 10 years of
consistent
the highest level of football that you can possibly play. And maybe this season is where we've seen it take a toll on him a little bit, which is fine because he absolutely is give us everything. So it does bring into conversation now how do we go about approaching a new teammate in the right wing position.
There's no one there to replace him.
We've never ever done that
right
to
now.
him. We've never ever put him under pressure in the right wing because he's been so consistent. And I think
obviously we haven't needed to.
Yeah, but now we do. I think we need to buy a right winger, lad. We do. We need somebody like the Semenyo role. We need somebody that's going to come in and be strong and powerful and do the 1v1s. But we do have Rio.
Okay, well that leads me on to the hot topic of Rio Ngumoha. There's a few quotes that came out from Slot after the game, and I think it was quite obvious that when he came on, he did a lot more. I mean, Carragher said that's one of the biggest robberies I've seen in the Premier League this season. It really is. But what I will say is when Rio came on in the 77th minute, he did more in 15 minutes than Gakpo and Salah combined did in the whole game. He changed the game, this kid. He needs to be starting games now. He's that good. Then we saw that in 15 minutes, 1 chance created, 2 dribbles completed. Mo Salah, 1 chance created, 0 dribbles, 0 chances for Gakpo, 0 dribbles. And then you see what Arne Slot has said about him, right? Which interests me because he said he already plays a big part for a 17-year-old. Tell me wherever in the Premier League a player has had so many minutes, that tells you what kind of talent he is and how much we appreciate him. And then there was a few people kind of quote tweeting that. After, again, Slot said he's got incredible potential. Otherwise, at 17, you don't play as many minutes in the Prem as he does, let alone for Liverpool. I don't think there is an 18 or 19-year-old that maybe played so many minutes, blah, 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 which is a bit frustrating because he should have more minutes.
He's going, I am playing him, look.
So what tells you how much of a talent he is and what we think he is, he's making progress more and more. That's why you see him playing more as well. He gets stronger. Apart from his moment where he had the 1v1, there was also another 1 or 2 other moments where he showed that he stands his ground. That is, of course, what you need because you're facing 25, 26, 27, 28-year-old athletes as your opponents. And then I saw this tweet, big up Blood Husky Clothing, who didn't like what he said. He said, Michael Owen was the top goal scorer at 17, went on to play for England at the World Cup. Wayne Rooney was on his way to England squad for the Euros and got a record transfer. Robbie Fowler scored 12 in 13 as a 17, 18-year-old. So my question is to you, and we've got it in the title, Rio is good enough to start games, but for me, when you've got so little going on the wings, and let's face it, that was our least creative areas yesterday. If Rio does deserve more minutes, is it because he's good enough to get them, or is it because the other wingers can't can't hit a barn door at the minute? So where do we stand with Rio?
The way I see it with with Mohamed Salah and Gakpo, they're playing in a completely different system now. They used to be having massive intensity with Jurgen Klopp, right? Getting in behind, receiving the ball over the top, not that many touches, and then straight through on goal, score. It's not that type of style anymore. It's a controlled, pragmatic style, which is why players like Florian Wirtz profit from it, because he's a player that's able to put his head up and have a swivel and have a look around where he can pass the ball to. So I think Rio is also a little bit of a mixture of both. He's a new type of player that has many, many touches on the ball. He's comfortable dribbling at people. Direct. He keeps his head up, but he's also direct. I think he's good enough to start. One thing I am worried about with it, right, is He's coming in late in games and he's having massive impacts. But there's a reason for that too, because the players are shattered and he's electric. So of course he's going to be able to get past players. When he's starting games against 28-year-old, 26-year-old right backs, right? They're going to be sticking things on him. They're going to make it difficult for him. They're going to have the same energy levels.
You need that for experience.
You absolutely do. So there's the two contrasting. There's the two contrasting things. Does he deserve to start? Yes, because our current wingers aren't doing anything anyway. So why not try it? That's the way. That's my stance on it.
Yeah, no, I agree with Doyle there because like there's just a different type of energy that Rio brings into the front line when he has played, and you know, let's not lie here. Like the kid is incredible.
Yeah,
like he's better than a lot of technically on the ball. He's better than a lot of long-term Premier League footballers. That goal at Newcastle, the kind of technique to hit that perfectly in the curl and it wrapped around the net. Loads of Premier League attackers couldn't even do that. Like the kid is incredible, and yes, he does deserve to start, and yes, there's no risk in it.
Where would you put him? Would you take him over Gakpo or Mo?
I'd take him over Gakpo because he's a left winger.
So like,
even though yesterday it was on Mo's side, so he can play both sides.
He can play both.
He's a proper winger, lad.
But if we're going to play the way that we always have, and we've got a right-footed player on the left and a left-footed player on the right, obviously you're going to swing Rio on the left.
Yeah.
Because he's a right-footed player, and the way he can do what Gakpo does, and he can do everything as well. He's kind of both-footed in that sense as well.
He can go either side.
Either side. He's confusing for defenders. He's a bit like Diaz. That's why Diaz.
Yeah, electric.
That's why the Diaz and Gakpo dynamic worked so well last season, was because you get Diaz who'd probably start the game and then he'd run the defenders ragged for 60, bring them off, swing Gakpo on, and then they're shattered, and then Gakpo does his little
Diaz,
thing, and then
that's what you can. You know what you just said there?
Diaz.
The archetype is perfect. Rio does remind me of Diaz. He's got like that almost. He doesn't know where he's going to go. He doesn't know if he's going to go left or right, and so you don't know either. So,
and he was robbed of a goal last week. Let's have it right.
Yeah.
He was well onside.
Against Brighton.
Goal.
Yeah, well onside.
And what that would have done for his confidence.
Great finish,
People in the chat though,
exactly, lad. Great
getting
finish.
involved. Julio Caesar, big him up. Says one chance created between the starting wingers in 75 minutes. That's unacceptable. But MCH makes a good point, and he says, but Owen was done by how old? He's basically saying, right,
well, then we can sell him,
the minutes to Owen and Fowler and Rooney and stuff, but Owen was done by 21.
The way I see it, right, is a lot of players, the best players, right, they play for 10 years. They're the very best of the best of the best, and you're very lucky to have one of them in your team. Majority of normal human beings and football players have about 5 years of good football anyway. So, if his first 5 years is his good football, so what? Michael Owen won a Ballon d'Or for his first 5 years. You think he's bothered, lads? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I've spoken
I understand what you're saying.
He is a little bit. He's
Oh.
quite upset about it.
As long as we can get 5 good years out of him.
But it's when I said
well.
the question, is Rio good enough, and separate question, should he still be starting? They're saying both. Rio is good enough, says the Scouse Adam, and I do agree that sentence. If you're good enough, you're old enough. At 17, he can start Premier League matches. Look at Raheem Sterling, what he was doing at 17,
Raheem Sterling
18.
kept on going until he was 29.
Also, there's a needs must thing right now. And the needs must. Our wingers are not doing anything. So just get him on.
Just play him.
Try something else. It's the same with Chiesa, right? Chiesa hasn't been playing for ages, and every time he was coming on, he was having a good impact. Having said that, no disrespect to Feddy. I think Rio's got bucket loads of talent. Like, he's more talented.
His ceiling is way taller than
he's
Chiesa's.
just so good.
He says, supremely talented but fearful of Rio's football IQ levels, ? At least he's young and can hopefully develop that, says Red Eye. Quadboard, I'm torn with Rio. I don't want to ruin a great young player, but I can't see what the other option there is. I think that's where we are with it.
Look, with Rio,
by the way, sorry to cut you, but he scores that goal against Brighton and gets disallowed. On the Sunday, he's playing for the under-21, scoring screamers.
Yeah, it's insane.
So he's played Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Minutes-wise, I'd rather him get the minutes in the first team than play for the 21s where he could get injured.
No, but the thing is, though, obviously with starting, I'm not asking him to start every week. But what I am asking for is that, if he's going to get brought on, don't bring him on when we're, 3-1 down at Brentford. Don't bring him on when we're chasing the game
Bring
like
him on
that.
much earlier, 55th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bring him on at the games like Frankfurt when you're already 4-1 up. Bring him on and then, and then obviously like even start him in the Brighton game in the cup because it's a cup game. He
started against Barnsley, didn't he?
Yeah, it's bad. Did he?
Yeah,
he did.
But even so, I would say that's a completely different game than he's going to play.
That's maybe the game you don't start him in.
Yeah, because
he's getting kicked by 31-year-old.
They're not going to try and tackle him.
League One lads.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just like, nah, lads.
Or League Two.
I just think the man management could be a little bit better from slot. And obviously, when you're seeing Gakpo drop stinkers for 75 minutes every game, pretty much. It's like, lad, just bring him on. Like, just bring him on.
If you're a senior player though, if you're in
Gakpo's
Gakpo's position, right, and you see yourself on the bench and a 17-year-old kid coming on,
not a good look.
Yeah, and you can tell that Slot has a good relationship with Gakpo, obviously, because he's playing him all the time.
And he's Dutch.
Yeah, and he's Dutch. So I don't know if it's going to happen. And people are saying you don't want to ruin him, but then when is the right time to bring in a young, talented player? When is the right moment to do it? Because we brought Trent in at, what, 18?
18,
and he hit the ground running, and now look at him, one of the best right backs in the world. So when is the right time? Sometimes you just got to go, here's the deep end, lad. Can you float? Oh, you can or you can't. And that's the way it works, right? Like, when would you say the right time is to bring a wonder kid in?
I don't know. Literally, you don't
Imagine
know.
the Barca manager said, oh, Lamine Yamal, yeah, he's dead good, yeah, but let's just relax a little bit here because he might get ruined. No. He's heavy. What's the saying in football? If you're good enough. Yeah, if you're old enough, if you're good enough, it doesn't matter how old you are, basically. Yeah. That, we just done a George W. Bush thing there, lad, you know? Can't fool me twice. But yeah, you hear what I'm saying, don't you, lads? I think it's time. I really do.
Fool me once.
Yeah.
Mad fool me twice.
I
mean,
you're not supposed to.
We can't get fooled again.
What is the saying? Put it in the comments for us. What is that saying?
Someone knows it.
If you're old enough, you're good enough.
Yeah, that is it. If you're old enough, you're good enough.
Yeah.
If you're good enough, you're old enough. It's just
no,
simple.
that's it. That's what it is.
If you're good enough,
you're old enough, and that is the case for Rio. Yeah. So if you want to clip it, take that part, please.
Quadbod says, agree with Greg. That's the key. Play him more, but not necessarily start him. Klopp was a master at using youth and enthusiasm.
Want to cope with the kids?
Here's one from David who says, can play Soboslai, Frimpong on the right with Gakpo on the left, or Rio on the left with Salah on the right, not Salah and Gakpo together.
I'm not a fan of that Soboslai shout on the wing, me.
You're wasting there. Casper says, yes, AGT, I meant, look what Lamine did at 16, Rio 17, but he should be a starter. I mean, way more dangerous as Gakpo or Salah. Foden there. Right now the wingers don't do anything, so may as well give him a try. Says, I think it's not he's tearing it up, so this young kid has to start. It's more like, well, here's our options. We've got Gakpo, we've got Salah, we've got Chiesa, we've got Frimpong that can play on the right. They're our options. Frimpong's injured, so move him away. Gakpo has done nothing this season. Salah pretty much has done nothing this season. So what's the other option is Rio. So we're not saying he's scoring 4 goals a game for the under-21s. We've all heard this kid's name, get him in the team. No, it's like the options are on a plate for us, and at the minute he is a good option. So use that option to win the matches because we need him. Because the other options, yes, they're 28. Gakpo, he's 26 maybe. Salah's 33, 34. So blood him in a little bit. And we were there at Newcastle when we saw him score that. I'll be honest, after he scored that goal at Newcastle, me and most other fans are thinking, right, this is his breakthrough season. And it is his breakthrough season still, but there's levels of breakthrough seasons. I thought after that game and goal against Newcastle in the last minute, I'm thinking, right, we're going to see this kid loads now. And then after that, up until Christmas, we didn't really see him, bro.
Didn't really see much of him now.
All right, then, so let's put our money where our mouths is, yeah?
Yeah.
We're playing West Ham next Saturday.
Yeah.
Are we going to start him?
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, see?
I forgot about Bissaka.
See? Because that's
the one-on-one demon.
Yeah, where you're like, okay, maybe not that one. That's probably the one. But then again,
when
somebody like Wan-Bissaka, he's great at 1v1s defending him, but he also dives in a lot. So for somebody like Rio, you're like, dive in, lad, dive in. Because then he can jump over him and doing all the little step overs and that. But you start him. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think the question is, would we start him? It's would Slot start him?
No, I'm asking you guys, would you start him?
No, I wouldn't start him against
Do you know what I would do?
Gakpo loves a goal against West Ham, though. I will just say that.
Yeah.
I would say what I would do is play Gakpo until the 55th minute, and then go Rio.
No matter what the score is.
Yes, and then go Rio. Here's 35 minutes against a tired Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now go and do your magic.
I doubt Gakpo's going to make Wan-Bissaka tired, lad.
That is also true. Look,
are you going down that? No.
For Wan-Bissaka to be tired, the guy who starts in Rio's place has to make him tired.
Well, you never know.
Can you make Aaron Wan-Bissaka tired? We're not asking for goals.
Just make him tired, lad. Make him want to have.
Can you make him tired?
Make him go and
tire him out.
Make him go and kip, lad. That's all I want.
Pause.
Mad pause. Mad. I think Red Eye has just put the quote in: "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." Yeah. We got George. Actually, don't bring him up. Sausage.